Hey Cancer, welcome to your Twin Flame May reading. I'm just going to smudge since I'm in my car. Look at that. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing I did with Gemini. Look at that. Okay. I'm smudging. I feel like when it's like this, there's like this excess energy that maybe I've been hanging on to or that is coming around me that needs to be cleared. I mindfully smudge at home because I can't actually burn one of these at home. But yeah, I'm gonna pause it and do this. It actually died down pretty fast. I always like watching this go. I don't know if I always like watching it pop, but you can always like double tap the screen to the right if you want to skip this stuff if it's not really what you came here for. Just like that. Look at that. Did you see that? Okay. All right, so we're gonna smudge. I prepped all my cards and stuff, but I just like to smudge a little bit just to keep the energies clear. Okay, I always ask for guidance, always ask for clearing, always ask for protection, because, you know, especially if you're sensitive to energy. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. You could be a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign Cancer. Chances are you're probably a sun sign or moon sign and you're watching this, or you're watching because your twin's a Cancer. Either way, I am grateful that you are here. I tend to read for the divine feminine with the other twin being the masculine, but the energy is always interchangeable. So always go with what you feel is right. Okay, if it feels right, then it's right for you. Okay, if you are triggered, know that it's just bringing up things that need to be healed for you. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Candy Wishman, or on Patron for exclusive twin flame guidance. The information is in the description box below. I do also do personalized readings, but you can find out all that information on my website. Okay, so let's kind of see the energy between the two of you. Illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. I love that. Look at that. The Queen of Light. Okay. So what I love is that this is a 15. Okay. And a 15 to me is it's a 6, which is a nurturing, loving number. But I feel like 1 is leadership and 5 is freedom through change. So this tells me that the two of you are leading your way to change. And there's nothing more empowering and more enlightening, yeah, than that, okay? Than you taking charge of your own life and letting the light guide you, okay? I love that on the bottom we have the resting tree. So we have patience and stillness. It's also a 22. 22 is the number of the master builder, but sometimes, okay, I feel like right now you guys are in this energy of, it's almost the Hanged Man energy, sort of just resting still, patience, okay? Letting things unfold, letting things do what they need to do. You're taking care of yourself. You're letting the connection do what it needs to do. But I feel like for those of you who are still feeling like you're in the dark, okay, because it's okay if you are. That doesn't mean you're not on this journey. This doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you. It tells me that it's coming, okay? What I'm seeing is, you know, in this imagery here, this person is like sleeping. Their eyes are closed, right? There could be some awakening happening, but I feel like this is sort of like us in the dark and we're kind of resting and we're in this rest period, and then you open your eyes. You know, it's like the light is starting to peek in through the windows and you open your eyes and you're awake. So I feel like just be patient. You're just being asked to be patient because it's coming. The information is coming for you and it's all going to make sense is what I hear. So in the extended version, we talk about the hidden factors in the connection, things you can't see, what blockages are being removed, what lessons are being learned, as well as external influences. What is influencing your connection for the two of you in your own separate ways. Yeah, so the information on how to get the extended version is in the description box below. It's not overly expensive. It's $10 for that, or you can sign up to be a patron and get all of the extended versions every month. But the information's down below. So we're going to move into your energy now, Cancer. Kind of just see kind of where you're at, what you need to know right now. Subconscious stuff that's coming up for you that needs healing. Okay, yeah. Okay. So we got a few weeks. Yeah, see, look at that. We got the Hanged Man. Okay, you kind of feel like you're tied up right now. Yeah, wow. Okay, you're showing up in your own read. That's good. That means you're focusing on yourself, which is where you really need to be. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be, the Queen of Pentacles is Sagittarius, Capricorn energy. So you could have that placement in your chart. You could be dealing with someone of these zodiac placements. But the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that takes care of themselves. It often can be seen as the feminine karmic in a third-party situation, if you will. I feel like this is more, this is an energy of somebody like wanting to take care of themselves, really feel good about themselves. Maybe you're beautifying your surroundings, taking care of your garden, if you will. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't, like, they're a self-made person. They don't worry about what's going on in anybody else's garden but their own. Okay. And then we'll look at this. Look at you showing up. Okay. You're showing up in your own reading. We have the Chariot here. So there's a very determined energy, a very quick moving energy. I feel like you want to really push forward. I do feel like with this Hanged Man here, there's a little bit of a delay, which is okay. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which I thought was very interesting, because we have an energy of walking away. So some of you might feel at this moment like you want to walk away from this because it's not giving you what you want. It's not giving you the response or the results. There's results orientated thinking here. It's not giving you the results that you hoped or needed or wanted. So be mindful of that, okay? Because if you look at what you've done with your own life in the past little while, you'll show that the rewards have shown up in dividends. Maybe not the way you thought, but definitely there, okay? So what you need to know right now, or what's important for you to know right now. Okay. So we got one card that popped up, which is a really good card. It's the Star card. It's the Hope card. Yeah, look at that. Okay. All right. We have the Knight of Swords on the bottom, which I think is really, oh yeah, look at that. And then the Three of Pentacles. So there's definitely, and then the Fear card. Okay. There, and then, yep, the Four of Swords, and then the Tower. So what I'm getting from this mostly is to quiet your mind. Stop thinking of all the worst case scenarios. Stop worrying about things that you have no control over, because you don't. I mean, there is like, it's that I'm being shown that rocking chair, you know, sitting in a rocking chair but not getting anywhere. The Truth Bomb card, the Knight of Swords, is here. Okay, so there's going to be some truth coming out about this, and I feel like that's the information you're waiting for, like this Queen of Light, this illumination, this enlightenment energy. The Star is a card of hope. It's a card of optimism. It's an Aquarius energy, but it's also, we also have the Six of Cups. Okay, so we have deep soul ties here. What I'm hearing is the truth is very different from what you think it is. The truth is a very, very different. Even how things have played out in the past haven't shown you the whole truth. So I feel like if things have happened between you guys in the past, there's a bit of a struggle because there's some perceived notions around what happened in the past that make you question the future, but you didn't have all the information from the past is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at what subconscious energy is coming forward. And I know that seems a little bit weird in a reading like this, but our subconscious energy is actually what the universe communicates to us, or with us. Okay, so what I mean by that is, consciously you could be saying, you know, I want to be with my twin, but subconsciously there could be fear around being with them. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, projecting your past experiences onto them and expecting them to turn out how things have always turned out for you. All of those things are subconscious. So it's important to understand how our subconscious is operating, and if there's anything in there that we need to clear so that it's not actually interfering with our conscious needs and wants. Okay, so here we have the Two of Wands. Okay, very interesting. It's an energy of somebody that's made a decision but is struggling on how to act on it. And then the Seven of Cups came up, so we have some emotional confusion here, not really knowing what's really best for you, not really knowing what fills your cup. And then we have the Magician. So you have, you know that you've got the skill sets, the resources to create your dreams and make them a reality. Okay, you know you have all that, but there's a lot of confusion around how to go about that. And I feel like it's because there's a lot of influences in your life around people who, and it's not about shame and judging those people. It's just that they've had a very deep impact on you to the point where you don't even really know who you are in some aspects. So when that happens, you get really confused about what you need to do for yourself, because you have maybe other people's voices in your head, or other people showing up and telling, like, sort of, you know how we do that in our minds? We hear our mother's voice, or we hear other people's opinions, and that's what I'm not saying you're crazy and you have voices in your head. We kind of all have that. I feel like it's causing a lot of confusion for you because you haven't really established or been clear with yourself about who you are and who you want to be. Okay, who you want to be could be very highly influenced by a lot of other people in your life, I guess is what I'm saying. So in the extended version, we talk about how the connection is impacting you right now, and also how you're viewing your twin and the connection itself. So we're going to get into where your twin is at. Okay, so we're going to get some cards representing where they are. If their sign comes up, all the better. If it doesn't, again, don't worry about that. Just feel into, come on, there you go. Okay, just feel into what feels right for you. Okay, yeah. All right, so we do have, we have the Queen of Wands on the bottom, okay? So we have this underlying need to be empowered. The Queen of Wands is Pisces, Aries energy. That's a very intense energy, a very forceful energy. We have the High Priestess coming up as well, and the High Priestess is Pisces, Virgo, and Scorpio energy. And then we have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is Sagittarius energy. So lots of different energies showing up here. We have Pisces twice though, so they could have strong Pisces in their chart somewhere. Here's the thing, okay, so I feel like they're being shown a lot. I feel like they're also in the dark, because the High Priestess is a card of having to trust your own intuition, because it's usually the depiction is there's a pomegranate curtain, and the concept is there's something hidden behind there that you can't see. So it's almost an underlying understanding that there's something going on beyond what you can comprehend consciously. So I feel like they're being intuitively guided. There's a little bit of fear of the unknown, but the perseverance card, the Nine of Wands, is persevering. It's using each lesson, each wand, each struggle as a stepping stone to get to where you want to go. It is a little bit, feeling a little bit scrappy, feeling a little bit beat down, a little bit frustrated, okay? Sort of like, why don't you just show me what's behind the curtain instead of me having to work so hard for it? Very, very interesting energy. So they could be very frustrated right now, which is not surprising. I feel we all are in some way, one way or another. Okay, so what is on their mind? Look at that. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. This is Gemini energy, but the Eight of Swords is this self-imposed entrapment, like feeling like you have to stay where you're at because it's expected of you, right? Okay, Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups is Aquarius, Pisces energy, still strong Pisces energy showing up here. The Knight of Cups is sort of that taking action around emotions. There could be a lot of fear around emotions, sort of being able to face those fears, understand your emotions. When I look at the hierarchy, I guess, of the court cards in the tarot deck, the page is this awareness where you're starting to become aware and awake, but you're still a baby at it, right? You're still apprenticing things. And then the Knight is the next step up, and that's where you kind of start taking action around that awareness. And then the Queen is about taking responsibility for oneself, and the King is about projecting that what you've healed out. Sort of like the Queen takes care of the castle, the King takes care of the kingdom, right? So it's very interesting how they showed that to me, but I just feel like there's a lot of action being taken around emotions. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so we have somebody that's very passionate, okay, but I feel is very stuck. So almost like I'm almost being shown like when a fly or when an insect flies into a web and they're struggling against the web and it's just sticking them harder. It's not to say that they are stuck there until the spider eats them. That is not what I'm saying at all. I think they're just struggling against the wrong things right now because they're not trusting their own intuition. They're still looking outside themselves, which tells me that perhaps on some level you might still be doing that to a degree, okay? All right, so how are they feeling in their emotions? Okay, well, look at that. Yeah, not surprising. Okay, look at that, the Seven of Cups. You also have the Seven of Cups. This is Scorpio energy, okay? Yeah, but we have the Ace of Swords, okay? So perhaps being guided to think and feel things a little bit differently. And then we have the Faith card, okay? So we do have higher levels of commitment. They're very confused in regards to that. And again, we have this Queen of Wands showing up, okay? So Queen of Wands is Pisces, Aries energy. So they could be a Pisces or they could be in a relationship with a Pisces, okay? They could be at a higher level of commitment with a Pisces. But I feel like they're starting to feel differently in this relationship. So it's sort of this energy of, because those feelings, we're starting to, as a society, I need to go to this place. We're starting as a society to think about how we feel about something instead of what's right and what's wrong in our heads. So, you know, what they thought was the right thing being in this relationship, okay, it's not giving them the feeling they feel they're supposed to have. I feel like that's allowing them to see things, to think about things in a different way. It's actually a very good transition from letting the head lead to letting the heart lead, okay? So in the extended, we talk about what they're actually dealing with in the physical, as well as how they're viewing you and the connection. All right, so what is healing and currently evolving in the connection for you guys? What is currently healing and evolving? Okay, very, very interesting, very contradictory. So we have denial on the bottom. There's still some level of denial about the situation. And again, I feel like, so first of all, I need to state this. For the Divine Feminine, you absolutely wake up first, but you have multiple levels of waking up that you go through. There's different plateaus you hit based on the work that you've done on yourself, okay? So even though you may have woken up first, you may not be completely awake. Just be mindful of that. And there's no judgment with that. It's just about understanding where you're at so you can do what you need to do to get to where you want to go. And chances are for the masculines, they're probably not really awake. They're starting to wake up, but they're at the beginning, at the baby stages of waking up, okay? So we have here the blame, and I feel like this is very much more the masculine energy or the other twin, okay? I accept responsibility for my well-being, okay? Right now, they're in a place of figuring out why they're not well. Okay, what happens is you wake up, you figure out, okay, I'm not well, I need to do something about it. And then you go into all of these awareness pieces around why you're not well. Okay, and there's a lot of blame in that, blaming other people, blaming your parents, blaming your upbringing, blaming all this, and then you come back to self and take responsibility. So they're sort of in that in-between place of blaming others. Well, they're not, I feel like this group isn't even quite there yet. They're kind of just waking up to being like, I'm not happy. Okay, and then here we have happiness. Okay, so I am aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So for you, Cancer, what's healing and evolving is less of, I know I'm on the right path when I see that my twin has made progress, versus I know I'm on the right path because I'm constantly doing things that make me feel happy. Okay. All right. Now let's get into oh yes. So in the extended, we talk about what you can do right now to move forward in your own journey. Okay, what exactly you can do from, message from your higher self or their higher self, how they want to move forward with you, near future outcome, and then a message from their higher self. That's all in the extended. I'm going to leave you off though with a little message from the fairies as guidance. Okay, because I think fairies are always so good. Life experience. Okay, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. Yes, we've talked about this at the very beginning with the Queen of Light. There is something significant coming for you in this moment of time to really help open up things and help you understand things better. It'll give clarity, almost like the sun shining. The sun card is about clarity, right? Shining light on the issue. I hope that this has helped. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light. Please like and share, and have an amazing month of May.